glue is dried. So what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to marry these two pieces of leather together. And we're just going to verify. It says up left and glue, and up left top no glue. And this is where my foot's going to sit, and of course this is going to be the sole. So what I like to do, just like when you're putting Formica on a countertop, you try to not allow these to touch. So I just adjust these pencils to keep them from the glued surfaces from touching as much as possible. And what you do is you just kind of move it around and try to eyeball it. You're not going to get it perfect, and that's okay. I find the pencils allow me not to swear a lot. Not always. So sometimes there's some swearing. But you know, because this stuff is sticky and you just got to work your way. Let me grab this little pencil out. And I just feel around and make sure that we're lined up as well as I can be. Now again, when you're cutting this stuff by hand, you're going to have some deviations between both of the pieces because they're cut differently and they're cut by hand. They're not cut by machine. And I'm not that good at cutting stuff, so I had some major deviations. But you try to work it this way so there's no bubbles in the middle. Just like that. Move this one back. And I ended up putting three, I guess, courses of glue on the suede portion of this. Now, the smooth portion only took one, but the way that I cut them out, I ended up having to put three coats on, which is okay. I've got plenty of the glue. Now that came out just about as good as it's going to. Now what I'm going to do is, well, work it in. Of course, you could take a pencil or another dowel of some sort, and you can work this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all of these glued together, and then I'm going to lay them on top of each other and try to get an average so that it's all the same. This will fit my foot okay, I think, regardless of the little bit that I'm taking off. And this is how thick the sole is going to be. That looks like 3 or 4 millimeters. So that's going to be nice. I may as well just show you how to glue this one. Now, this is going to be up, so this is where my foot's going to sit. Now, one of them you can see is suede, this is where my foot's going to sit, and the other one is, of course, the shiny side of the leather. That's just the way it worked out when I cut. I did not even think about, the only thing I wanted to make sure was that the shiny side was going to be on the bottom, and it is. So that was the important thing I was thinking about. And of course, one of these blew off the deck when I was letting it dry and went in the grass, so I had to pick pieces of grass out of the glue. That happens, I guess, too. And my dog laid down next to it and got hair in it too, so it was all pretty eventful. So I have some hair in the glue too, but that's okay. So again, you just put your pencils in there, you line it up, and this is just pressure sensitive. You touch it and it'll adhere. Now you do have a little bit of leeway, but not a lot. Once it touches, it's kind of there for realsies. I mean, that's just the way this stuff works. And I'm just, again, rolling this pencil back, and then I'm feeling around to make sure that I'm lined up. Roll the pencil back again a little bit, and then I kind of also like to move up here to make sure that this is kind of aligned as well. So you're just working the whole thing at once. Oops, I bumped the camera. So I can feel that the toes are kind of meeting. Now you can see that you got to be careful because there's going to be a little bit of a bubble there, but leather is a little forgiving, and you can work just like that. And you know what? Even if there is a little bit of a deviation, once you wear these things, they stretch out and they form to your feet. So you're not going to have a problem. It's going to end up stretching and conforming to your feet. So there it is. Now I'm not really sure. I did get a little bit of glue on the leather itself. I'm not sure what will take that off. I'll have to go online and see. I'm not really super duper concerned about it. Now if I was making these for somebody else, I'd be concerned about it, but for me, oh, look at that. I can just use my little piggies and it'll take it right off. Look at that, just like an eraser. So yeah, so okay, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to cut the excess off of these, and then I'm going to try to get, see that? They're all fairly close. I'm just going to make sure that it's all smooth so that when I'm sewing these, and I'm sewing that up around, that there is a kind of a uniform edge. Again, I was going to order some thicker leather for the soles, just one piece, so I didn't have to glue it, but I've got all this leather, and I just wanted to see what would happen. I've never made a pair of these, so if I fail, you'll fail along with me, right? Alright, half around the house. I got a little bit more work to do. I also have some tools coming in to punch holes in this. I have a 1.5 millimeter punch and a 1 millimeter punch. I did not know which one to get, so I got two of them off of eBay. And of course, all that's going to do is come along and punch all the holes, because they're going to be 1/4 of an inch in and 1/4 of an inch from each other. So, all right, well that's the video of gluing these together. As soon as I get the tools, and I'm waiting for them, of course they're from China, they're on a slow boat. So when they get here, we will do another video. Thanks for watching.